put a million powers in play. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? We're also getting bad luck here, and oh my god, so many powers. Signal boost. We can transfigure a million times. Right, let's get straight into it with a run on the Defect here. Playing on Ascension 10. Taking a look at our relics. We have Golden Pearl, Precise Scissors, or Scroll Boxes. I haven't really had much success playing with Scroll Boxes so far, but maybe someday will be the time to pick it. But I suppose the time to pick it is when you have a very high value path, like a path with 4 elites or something along those lines. Which right now we don't seem to have. We do have a very early shop right here. So then taking the Golden Pearl here actually looks pretty good. Even if this shop bricks, we can just take this 4 event path and go into the other one. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. And then from this campfire, let's see, we can either take 2 elites by going this path. Then we dodge all the other campfires. We even have the option to take yet another shop if we need it. And just take 2 elites this way. Yeah, actually this path is way better than this one. Well, I mean, it depends if we want to take the events or not, I suppose. But if we have the money, we can take even a 3rd shop here. So actually the Golden Pearl start here is very good. Yeah, let's take it. And we're gonna take the path to the early shop. Yeah, let's see what we get there. Alright, take 3 damage in this early turn. But we should be fine. There we go, only take 3 damage in the first fight. And we had offered Sunder, Sweeping Beam, and Focus Strike. Sunder is one of the best cards you can get in early Act 1, and getting it on floor 1 is, well, I suppose it's floor 2, but it's as early as it gets. So let's take a Sunder here and go into the shop. Let's see what's being offered to us here. We get Iteration, Chaos, a bunch of other stuff. Miniature Cannon, Vambrace. The relics here aren't amazing. Yeah, Screaming Flagon, not something we can play around with, especially because we have our Sunder here. So maybe we take some potions here, but let's see. Yeah, Panic, Rocket Punch. None of these look amazing to us. Do we just take a remove or do we save our money? I suppose we have another shop coming up, so just saving our money here makes the most sense to me. So let's keep going. Ooh, wow, we can even get another influx of cash. All right, this is shaping up to be pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the money and going floor 3, floor 4 with 600 gold. Sounds good to me. We do have an extra curse now, so that's something we'll have to deal with, but hopefully it's gonna be enough. And we run into a fight in the event here. And we kind of have to block. Do we deal the damage here or do we block again? I suppose we can block again. And avoid taking the damage there. But here we're forced to attack twice. So we do end up taking 4 anyway. Still think it's better this way. And Sunder can just end the fight. Maybe I could have ended it without taking that 2 damage reflect. Maybe that was a bit of a mistake, but it's fine. We get offered Sweeping Beam, FTL, or Ball Lightning. FTL is a good way of drawing, which kind of counters having the curses, right? So it's also uncommon, so I prefer taking this over the Ball Lightning, even though Ball Lightning is very good in the early game here. Also Sweeping Beam if we consider we need AoE, but Sunder is kind of pseudo AoE because you kill one enemy and then you can go on the next. So yeah, I'm just taking FTL here. And one more event before the decision. And oh wow. Okay, so we continue the money theme here, and we can get the spoils map, which is yet another curse, up to the middle of Act 2. I mean, yeah, we have to go with the money theme at this point, so we're just gonna take the spoils map. We have 3 curses in our deck. Isn't too good, and oof, we find yet another combat here, which is kind of unlucky. We're gonna take a bit of damage here, there's no real way around it. We're kind of looking for our Sunder, which we're gonna get next turn. Then we can just kill one of them. So just block here and damage this one. And obviously our lightning orbs target the wrong one, but it's fine. Shouldn't really matter at this point. Yeah, we even have lethal here. Alright, so we take a bit of damage. We get a potion at least for our elite fight. And We can offer the Beam Cell, which goes very well with our Sunder if we draw them in the same hand. And the Sweeping Beam maybe. But yeah, I think Beam Cell here makes sense for the damage. And we're going to another shop with a lot of money. So let's see what we can get. We get offered a bunch of cards here. Null is pretty good, but it's quite expensive at this point. Eternal Armor is also very expensive. And it kind of wants, it desperately wants to be upgraded. 12 Plating is very good. Panic Button as well. These two kind of go together, right? Because you can have Plating and the Panic Button if you need even more block. And yeah, I suppose we're gonna run into an elite, so maybe also take a potion here. Yeah, let's try the colorless package here. Lightning Rod as well to generate lightning orbs is pretty interesting, but maybe we don't take it. And also the Gnarled Hammer doesn't really do much for us here. I suppose you can put it on these 3 attacks and increase our damage output quite significantly, but you really want to put this on multi-attacks like Barrage. Yeah, basically Barrage for the Defect. So yeah, let's try the colorless package here. We have a ton of blocking now. Do we get the healing? I mean, we're gonna go to another shop, and we're guaranteed to go to another shop in Act 2 because we're gonna have a lot of money. So this represents a lot of healing for us. Yeah, I don't dislike taking it here. And removing a card is pretty important here because we have so many curses. I'm just gonna remove one of the attacks maybe, or maybe even a defend here. Because we have the panic button. Yeah, let's just remove a defend here. Usually I remove attacks. I'm not sure if it's correct to remove a defend here, but it feels correct. I'm gonna do it, and here we're gonna smith the Eternal Armor. Just make it that more powerful once we draw it. Ooh, Bag of Preparation is an amazing relic to get. So yeah, let's go into our first elite here. We can actually begin with Eternal Armor, which is great. So we're gonna fully block with that many times in a row here. So do we dual cast here for the extra 4 damage? I don't think we do. I'd rather just keep my orb around. And even though we have so much blocking, we still take damage from the Skulking Colony. I think this elite is very strong. Okay, do we panic button here? I think we do. If I'm correct, it doesn't attack next turn. Okay, it does attack, so that was a mistake. Took a bit of extra damage there that I shouldn't have. Just a little bit, just 12 extra damage. It's fine. And yeah, it's going to die next turn. So yeah, maybe a bit of suboptimal play, but it's fine. We have a new potion now and Regal Pillow, which allows us to rest for even more HP. Signal Boost is a very interesting pick because it allows us to double cast our Eternal Armor. Okay, yeah, I'm on board with that. That seems fun. If we can get that combo going. We kind of want to upgrade it, and we're going to go this path anyway. We're going to heal at the shop, so that's fine. But yeah, that's an interesting combo we're going to get. But here, I don't really want a panic button because it's going to attack next turn as well. So that's a bit unfortunate. We can signal boost the power when it comes around. Kind of taking a lot of damage here. I don't really way around it. At least we're gonna get our insane combo in play here. We're gonna block for 24 with our plating. That's pretty good. Also for 23 now. So your strength scaling does nothing, Fossil Stalker. You're kind of getting cooked here. And there we go. Kill it with Thunder. We did take a bunch of damage, so we're not looking too good. I'm gonna skip the speed potion here. And ooh, Barrage is being offered to us for some damage. Also Cold Snap, which is kind of important. Barrage is a bit untakeable yet because we do not have too many orbs to generate. Then Cold Snap makes more sense. Guess I'll take it. And here smithing the signal boost just for the meme. I don't think it's the correct choice. I suppose healing is a little bit better here, but we're just gonna do it anyway. And Sturdy Clamp would have been amazing here, but it's just so expensive that we cannot take it, unfortunately. Do we care about Dragon Fruit? I suppose we can get a lot of extra max HP, but I think we're not gonna take it here. Instead, keep going with the colorless team and take a Dark Shackles. Also, Skim is very good, but we don't have energy generation yet. Do I take it anyway? I think it's a bit... It makes our deck a little bit too... Just, our deck is going to do nothing. Just draw cards and not being able to play them. Then I think I'll skip it here and instead take the Dark Shackles here. Which is a very good blocking card. And then the question is, do I actually go to the Elite? Yeah, I suppose I do. We run into the Terror Eel here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use probably both our potions here. Ooh, Meteor Strike is an insane one to get. Alright, let's go in. I'm not gonna get the energy this turn, but we're gonna deal a lot of damage. Actually, I can get the energy with Frost. And we can even phase it this turn. So then maybe I don't even have to use my potion. Let's see, I have to deal 58 more damage, which should be possible here. Well, we are drawing kind of poorly. And I don't really want to cast Zap here because I'm going to lose my Plasma for next turn. And Dark Shackles does nothing. We can Signal Boost the Eternal Armor, which is going to fully block, especially since we can play Defend as well, yeah? I suppose we're just blocking the Terror Eel instead of killing it like we usually would, which is kind of weird. And there we go, Dark Shackles. Don't really have ways of dealing damage is the problem right now with our deck. And we do get Panic Button if we need it here. Am I going to use it is the question, because next turn I cannot block if I do that. There is a chance we draw Meteor Strike, but I will have to use my Cure All to cast it. I think I'm using my Panic Button here to avoid taking the damage. Ah, yeah, because I can block this turn anyway. Okay, so then we don't even need to use the Meteor Strike. We should be fine. Just a little bit more damage, but yeah, we're severely lacking damage. We don't have any form of scaling, so... Yeah, the boss fight is gonna be a bit of a struggle here. We do get Barrage at least, which is a little bit of damage. Yeah. Do I even have to upgrade it, I suppose? Refract is also a bit of damage, but it's too expensive. Yeah, I'm taking a Barrage here just for the extra damage. And wow, we get an insane upgrade click there. All right. Now, the question is, can I beat this boss without healing? Well, if I put my Signal Boosted Eternal Armor into play, I should be fine. Then I'm just going to go for an upgrade here. And applying 2 Vulnerable really makes sense with how many attacks we have, so I'm just gonna upgrade that. I think it will significantly increase our damage output here. Alright, so let's just make sure we set up as best as we can. We're not gonna do anything this turn, except cast an orb. And here I can actually use Cold Snap, because I'm not going to wake it up. I'm really looking for my Signal Boost. Unfortunately, I draw it in the wrong order. Now that's quite unfortunate. Do I use my Cure All here? Yeah, I think I do. I have a 50-50 chance of drawing the Signal Boost. There we go. Alright, and we're waking it up next turn anyway, so might as well apply the Vulnerable and deal a bit of damage here. And yeah, from here on out, we shouldn't really be taking too much damage for a while. We'll just throw the Sunder out. And we're looking for our Barrage to deal some damage. But soon enough, it's going to drain our strength. And after it drains our strength, we're really gonna struggle for dealing damage. We're trying to deal as much as we can before that happens. And yeah, that's gonna be it, unfortunately. We're gonna dual cast here. And we still have to get through quite a lot of HP. And this is what I mean. Barrage now is quite terrible. It only deals 5. And we only attack twice because we don't have the orb set up. But at least we're still fully blocking thanks to our plating, which is steadily going down, but it's still enough. Now here I have to use my Sunder. Not gonna be enough to kill, and I am taking a bit of damage, but it's fine. And yeah, next turn is just going to die to the Lightning Orb, so yeah, interesting first act, I would say, that went quite interestingly. With so much gold and visiting 3 shops, we have Signal Boost into Eternal Armor, which is an insane combo. If we can pull it off, it's quite hard to pull off, but yeah. Alright, we get offered Helix Drill, modded, and Flak Cannon. It's always modded. It's just, this card is so insane. Cost 0, replaces itself, gives you an orb slot, and you can play it multiple times after that. Yeah. Modded just on its own gives you the capability to have multiple orb slots, so it's absolutely insane. But right now we're gonna choose a relic from Pale. So let's see. We can either get the Tears for some energy generation, which is very strong, or we can also get the Sacrifices, which is fun, but maybe not quite what we're looking for, since we still need to add a lot of cards to our deck to actually make it work. So I don't see myself sacrificing too many card rewards. But yeah, doubling block gain doesn't really work with our plan for Eternal Armor, and we also have Panic Button, which doesn't quite matter. But yeah, just taking the energy relic here I think makes the most sense. And we have to take the money and then go to this shop, so we are kind of forced to go on this path after the half of the act. And then the question is, are we strong enough to take some more elites? So either of these 3 before the chest, or we can skip it by going to this campfire, which also allows us to visit another shop. So I think that's the strongest option here. Or we go this path, but then we have no rest site, so kind of prefer having a rest site. Also visiting shops allows us to heal. So yeah, just good all around. And if we Eternal Armor into Panic Button here, the Bull Bug is gonna get stunned, and the next turn we're gonna block this one with the plating, so we're perfectly fine to just do this. And yeah, Signal Boost is not gonna be used. You can just play it here for no reason. And actually we're gonna take some damage here. Oh no, we take 1 damage. That's quite unfortunate. But we're fine. And we get some gold and another relic. Charge Battery here is a good blocking card. That also gives you some energy next turn. Sure, let's take it. And going into the shop, we fully heal here, so it didn't really matter that we lose the health. And we get offered production, so we're gonna keep buying colorless cards. I suppose that's the plan. Belt Buckle is also pretty good, but we have some alternative ways of dealing damage, so it's not really necessary. Feral is interesting, but we have no Claw. I really like getting Feral with a Claw if I have it in the deck, but I don't right now, so yeah. Compact if we think we need to remove status cards, but we don't really need to do that. So just take a production here. Also, Null is a way of actually generating Darkness Orbs, which we kind of need, so I'm gonna take Null as well. Production, and just for good measure, do I take a Block Potion? No, I'm not even going to an Elite, so I'm just gonna skip here. And we're gonna rely on the healing we get from the shops that we visit and the campfires if we need them. Alright, Dark Shackles here can help us block. Production, no, we're not gonna use now. Yeah, so we're still looking for ways of dealing damage. And here we're gonna take a bunch. If we put Eternal Armor into play, we're gonna get hit for 9. But I don't see a better line, to be honest. I cannot kill any of the bugs here that are attacking, so then this only blocks for 5, so might as well play this and focus this one down. Charge Battery is gonna block for next turn. Gonna also have some energy. And yeah. I Signal boost does nothing anymore. But yeah, the plating really is coming in clutch to just help us block easily. I'm gonna use panic button here to block an additional 2 damage. Which means we cannot block on this turn, but it's not attacking anyway. And we should be done next turn. Just need one more attack here. There's our barrage. Dexterity potion. We get feral offered, but we don't really need it. Ooh, go for the eyes. Yeah, go for the eyes is amazing. Applies weak to the enemy. We're gonna even upgrade it if we can. And ooh, this is interesting. Colorful philosophies. We get 3 Necrobinder, Regent, or Silent cards. Now, what would go very well with our deck here? Kinda looking for powers to play with Signal Boost, I suppose. Even though we're targeting Eternal Armor, sometimes that just doesn't work out. So then the Necrobinder has some powerful cards. Regent powers, I'm not sure what we're looking for. Oh, Silent also has some powerful powerful powers, I mean. I think I'm just going with the Necrobinder here. Although it does have a lot of synergies that don't do anything. So does the Regent and the Silent. Yeah, Necrobinder it is. And, ooh, Grave Warden actually might make sense here. It puts a way of drawing cards into our deck. Let's just skip for now and see what the other things offer. Sleight of Flesh. Does that do anything for us? No, because we don't really apply debuffs. Yeah, Sleight of Flesh does nothing here. Let's see. Ooh, Transfigure. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the other things do nothing, but Transfigure is going to be fun to play with. We can add Replay to a card in the hand and it costs an extra energy. I'm not sure what we're going to apply Replay to. I suppose we can put it on Signal Boost to double it. Yeah, can also even replay the production. Could be interesting. But then do I take anything else? Out of these 3, nothing does anything. So I suppose only Grave Warden if I feel like I need it. Yeah, it's kind of the counterpart to Charge Battery. So let's take a Grave Warden here. And keep going. Alright, so here we can transfigure the modded maybe. That would be interesting, but we don't really generate that many orbs. Maybe we don't really care about doing that. I'm gonna draw a card first, and ooh, there it is, the combo I was talking about. So do I play it? No, because I do not have any other power than the Eternal Armor. So this does nothing for now until we get more powers. Suppose we might as well just play the Signal Boost here. Play the Defend and begin cooking the Darkness Orb. So yeah, our Transfigure is doing nothing right now. But eventually, you gotta see the vision. Eventually it's going to do something. So that's what we're relying on. And alright, we're taking a bit of damage here that I'm not too happy to be taking. But not much I can do about it. We are going to heal. But let's just make sure we get to that point. And oof, I can use my panic button here, but next turn I'm gonna be in big trouble if I do not get the Eternal Armor. And the odds are I'm not going to get the Eternal Armor, so then suppose I can just use my Dexterity Potion here and take the 10. Even if I get my Eternal Armor, I'm still taking a lot of damage next turn, so this is looking a bit bad. Gonna begin damaging this. Dark Shackles does not work on the Chomper, so it has to go here. Yeah, we end up taking a lot of damage here, but we can at least play our Eternal Armor this turn. Cold Snap is going to allow us to fully block. And we even take it out of its form, so the blocking isn't even needed. But yeah, at this point we shouldn't really be taking any more damage. Oh, except that one. Yeah, here's the dual cast. Finally. It deals 1,000,000 damage and actually allows us to finally end the fight. And ooh, there we go. We get Claw, but we're not gonna do anything with it. So yeah, we're on 7 HP. We're not looking too hot here. I don't really even care that much about more orb slots. Suppose I do if I get some cards that actually generate orbs. It's the best thing I can get right now, so might as well. But yeah, here I'm kind of forced to rest. Can't really afford to go with 8 HP into the elite. And oh, do we fight this one or do we just gain the gold? I think I'm a bit too weak to fight, unfortunately, although the thing it gives you is amazing. I'm just gonna take the gold here and keep going with the gold theme. Finally get rid of the spoils map and we get Gremlin Horn, which is an amazing relic to get. And we have to get through one elite. So hopefully we're gonna be able to get through the Infested Prism. Shouldn't be that difficult, but our deck hasn't been the best so far. It takes a long while to set up. And we begin by taking a little bit of damage right off the bat, so let's see. Take a 9 here. And until we get to our Eternal Armor, we're gonna keep taking damage. Take another 6. And here we're gonna take 30, but we can actually replay the Eternal Armor, which is insane here. Yeah, just making sure. Boom, boom, get 24. No more energy. So even with that, we still take some damage, but from here on, we should be fine. And we do get our Darkness Orb, finally. So once this Darkness Orb gets to the front, we're gonna try to dual cast it, and we should be fine at that point. Don't even want to play my Capacitor here. I'm kind of forced to, I suppose. I mean, I'm not forced to, but yeah, we're gonna begin with that. Play the Capacitor, I suppose. And yeah, it just goes to show how lacking our... what do you call it? Our orb generation is right now. We're still able to block thanks to our Frost. And here Dark Shackle saves us. Amazing turn to draw it, because otherwise we would have taken a bunch of damage there. There's our Sunder to deal some damage, and yeah, we're not making it to the Darkness Orb. We're gonna have to rely on the attacks to actually deal the damage here. And it's blocking for a lot, but now we should finally be done with this fight. And we get the Horn Cleat, which is an amazing relic, allows us to set up way more easily in the beginning turns. And we offered Uproar. Do we care about this? Play a random attack from your draw pile. We do have some strong attacks. We have Null. Well, I suppose that's it. Yeah, don't care about any of these. Unfortunately, we have to skip. And we do get to a rest site. We're not going to heal here. We can upgrade something because we're going to heal at the shop anyway. Then I guess we could upgrade Transfigure so that it does not exhaust, but are we really going to replay multiple times on things? I guess we could, but maybe some extra energy generation is needed here. Upgrading production is pretty nice. Also, modded is a reliable way of drawing cards, and it's actually our only way of drawing cards, so I'm just gonna upgrade modded here. Just make it that more effective. We could get an uncommon potion, or we can get some even more money. We don't really need more money, to be honest, so taking a potion here makes the most sense. And Heart of Iron goes with our plating team. Probably going to be able to take another elite, considering this. Although it is the AoE one, so we shall see how that goes. And oh my god, we get Mummified Hand, Data Disc, and Miniature Tent. All of these are very strong. Miniature Tent doesn't do that much for us right now. I guess it allows us to heal. But yeah, Data Disc we're definitely taking. we kind of want Mummified Hand as well, but we don't have many powers to play. I have 2 powers. We can get Loop here, which is pretty good. Yeah, Mummified Hand, Hologram as well. I suppose Stratagem is also a power. So then, with Mummified Hand, I want as many powers as I can get. Yeah, sure. Gonna get Data Disc as well. And do we take the tent or do we skip it? I think we can just skip, honestly. Save the money for next act. We're gonna have more shops, so... yeah. I think that makes sense. Considering a card remove instead. Since our deck is so thick already, just removing a strike really makes sense here. And could help us a lot. And then am I taking the Elite? I'm not forced to fight the AoE, but I might run into it. Yeah, I was hoping for the Beekeeper, but... I guess I don't get to choose. I could begin with Panic Button, but that's scary. But then I could transfigure the Charge Battery as well, which kind of makes sense here. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna also use our potions here. We're blocking for 21, which is not enough yet. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Radiant Tincture as well. And might as well put Loop into play, which either made one of these free to play. Any of them would have been good. And oh boy, it's not looking good here. Do we get the Panic Button now? Horncleat really helps this turn, so we're kind of fine thanks to that. And I'm gonna get the Darkness Orb in play here. I suppose I could also block with my Charge Battery. If I replay it, I get more energy next turn. But I really need to deal damage. And then just weaken this one, which multi-attacks makes sense. There we go, fully block with that, so we didn't even need that. There's our Sunder, but it cannot kill. Unfortunate. But let's see, what's the ordering here? If I get one strike out of my hand, Stratagem can hit. If I get both strikes out of my hand, Stratagem either hits Sunder... oh wait, I can kill. Never mind. Yeah, I can kill this one. We're fine. Either way, it's going to be fine because we either... yeah, it's fine either way. If it hits Eternal Armor, this is going to hit Sunder now. We even get another draw. And now we're kind of looking for our dual cast. Don't get it. Is it even... yeah, it's in our draw pile. Dark Shackles allows us to block very well here. And our Dark Orb dual cast is gonna kill almost everything here. It's gonna kill these two. So I'm gonna mod it first. There's our signal boost, but there's nothing to boost anymore. Okay, then I barrage first, right? But let's draw first. Let's see what we draw. We can keep drawing here. Oh, wait. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, with Stratagem in play, when I shuffle my deck, now I can get something. Am I going to take the Sunder to kill? Is that enough? Yeah, it's enough. Barrage, Sunder, and then just kill. Yep. Awesome. First time I actually play with Stratagem, so I wasn't really thinking about that interaction, but yeah, completely makes sense. Sunder kills here, and then we just kill. Okay, so that fight was pretty good, actually. Our deck is doing things, especially after it sets up. Reptile Trinket is pretty good. Works with our Barrage quite well. Because we're going to have a million orbs and then Barrage is going to benefit. And speaking of Barrage, we get another one offered. Do I want to have 2 Barrages in the deck? I mean, yeah. With how many orb slots we have, it's actually a good way of dealing damage. So sure, taking another one. And what do we upgrade? What do you do? It's 0 cost. Stratagem 0 cost is pretty insane. Allows us to freely cast anything in the hand with Mummified Hand. So then we can also Transfigure, which is kind of insane to Transfigure one of the powers. And then you replay them and you get 2 cards for 0. So okay, we're just going to upgrade Transfigure. I think it's going to go pretty insane. Potion of Capacity we're going to use with Barrage at some point. And there we go. We can begin with Signal Boost, which is quite strong here. Do we just put Eternal Armor now? I suppose we do, right? No point waiting too much. Play it twice, and we can also use the Null here. So yeah, an amazing start. Alright, let's see. Do we take the damage here? I think we can, especially with the plating. Definitely should take just the Disintegration. Beam Cell into Sunder is a lot of damage. Nothing more to do. We're kind of lacking on card draw, unfortunately. Grave Warden helps with that a little bit, but not too much. It's gonna be a while until the Darkness gets to the front, because we're gonna keep adding orb slots. But once it does get to the front, we should be able to dual cast it and just win. And here's what I was saying. I can Transfigure the Stratagem here, which is amazing. Dual play it, which is gonna allow us to choose 2 cards when the deck shuffles, and now we have both of these for free. I'm going to dual cast, and then what can I play? Well, I suppose I can apply Vulnerable. I might as well. Barrage still doesn't do much, because we don't have many orbs channeled. Yeah, we're really lacking orb generation. That's our problem with this deck right now. Loop is gonna really buff the Darkness here. Yeah, that's just our win condition. Sloth. Does Sloth really affect us? I mean, it kinda does. Kinda does, but not really. Do I just take Sloth here? I think it's better than taking the damage at this point. As weird as it sounds, I think I take Sloth here. It's only 3 cards every turn now. And let's see, what are we gonna play? We're gonna play Modded probably, and we want orb generation. So then it's just Modded, Zap, and Null. Or Cold Snap for the Frost. No, applying the weakness is better. So it's gonna be Null, Modded, and Zap. Those doesn't really matter, the ordering here. So yeah, only 3 cards a turn. And Dark Shackles is amazing to draw here. Charge Battery and Barrage. We still have to wait for our Darkness Orb. We cannot really dual cast it yet. It's not enough damage. We're gonna keep waiting here. I don't use my Potion of Capacity just yet. We're gonna be able to bring our dual cast back thanks to Stratagem anyway. So that's what we're waiting for. I can Transfigure my Sunder, or I can Beam Cell. I guess Transfiguring Sunder isn't bad here. Yeah, just helps us deal a ton of extra damage. And we cannot play anymore because that counts as playing 3 cards. Gain 1 less energy we don't really care about. We're gonna end the fight this turn anyway, right? So it doesn't really matter what I choose. Yeah, I'm just gonna take dual cast now. Okay, so Stratagem is pretty strong. First time I actually get to play with it properly, and yeah, just allowing you to select your cards is absolutely insane. 200 damage with our Darkness Orb, Power Potion, and we get a choice between Meteor Strike, Coolant, or Creative AI. I mean, Meteor Strike we can't really play. Don't have energy generation, only production. Yeah, with Stratagem in play it becomes easier, but still not guaranteed, so just cannot pick this, unfortunately. But Coolant is amazing. It's also a power, works very well with our Mummified Hand. We can replay it. And yeah, stacking with our Eternal Armor. This is just basically another way of applying plating. We do have 3 types of orbs, although we are kind of lacking on orb generation. Just taking Coolant here. And let's see what the relic is going to be for Act 3. So gain energy at the start of each turn, but Vaku plays the turn. Kind of bad, right? Kind of care about ordering a lot in this deck. But 3 apparitions are pretty insane and help us set up. Yeah, just taking the apparitions here most likely. Or choices paradox. Add 1 of 5 random cards into your hand and add retain to the chosen hand card, I mean. I never took that relic. It seems kind of bad. But I mean, it can be good, I suppose. Just for experimenting. I think Distinguished Cape is much better, but I never took this, so I'm just taking it to experiment with it, seeing what it does. I think it's bad, but let's see what it offers us, right? Can't know if we do not try playing with it. I do have a path here that I want to take to visit multiple shops and 2 campfires. Let's do that and see. Okay, so all the cards that are being offered to us are not upgraded. We do get creative AI, which is quite interesting here. Voltaic does nothing. Yeah, the rest of the stuff just does nothing here. I suppose creative AI being doubled by signal boost is pretty fun here. Because of Mummified Hand as well. Sure, I guess let's try it out. Mummified Hand means it's going to... Oh wow, we get another creative AI. Consuming Shadow. Well, it is a way of dealing damage, isn't it? Just draw first. Reduction. Okay, so we're just gonna be able to cast our entire hand here. Consuming Shadow first. Yeah, just cast everything. Next turn we're gonna have 3 powers randomly generated. Oh, buffer just insane here. Also Echo Form, but we cannot really play Echo Form because we're gonna take damage. Kinda depends if we can make our Mummified Hand hits work here. I think we can. I'm just gonna have to get these out of my hand. So we'll begin with modded, I suppose. Beam Cell. Can I get the 0 cost back? I can get Dark Shackles here. Oh wait, I messed up. Whoops, I actually messed up. I cannot get both of these out of my hand, unfortunately. I can fix it with a power potion, which I might. I don't really need to. Yeah, whoops. Well, I mean, we should still be fine, right? If I hit Defragment first. It doesn't matter if I play the strike first or the power. There's a Echo Form and it hits the charge battery, unfortunately. Yeah. Am I gonna use the power potion here? I don't need it, right? I definitely don't need it. I'm just not gonna take the 5. And oh my god, why am I getting so many Echo Forms here? And I can just kill it. Yeah, double Sunder. Okay, Beetlejuice. I'm going to take it instead of Potion of Capacity because we already have a lot of ways of generating orbs. And here is a way of actually generating orbs, which we need. I mean, yeah, we have already can generate a lot of slots, but we don't have ways of generating orbs. So then either of these, this is double the generation, so I'm gonna take one. Lightning Rod. Add a Clumsy and obtain a random relic, sure. Why not? We get the Shuffle. Oh, now it would have been good to actually have the 10th. But we skipped on that, so we're not getting it. Okay, so this shop. Rolling Boulder is interesting. Do we need the scaling damage? I mean, we kind of do. We don't really have ways of dealing damage, do we? It is a bit interesting, right? I think this is a quite crazy run, so might as well just take all the powers. Yeah, rolling boulder as well, thunder as well. It is a one-costed power, so even though it doesn't do anything for us, I mean, it can reduce something to 0, so Mummified Hand goes crazy here. Hologram as well. Toolbox is quite interesting. You know what? I'm just taking a rolling boulder here. I think it's just a fun choice. And one hologram as well. Helps us fix our order. So if we draw things in the wrong order, and oh my god, we can duplicate the deck. I mean, yeah, just give me more of all the powers, right? Just put a million powers in play. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? We're also getting bad luck here, and oh my god, so many powers. Signal boost. We can transfigure a million times. Yeah, whenever we draw bad luck, we're gonna take 13 damage, but hopefully we just don't draw it, right? And okay, we can add something to our hand. What the hell are we going to add to our hand at this point? If we get Meteor Strike, we might get lucky and Mummified Hand can hit it. That would be interesting. Yeah, I actually don't dislike that. Let's try it. And I'm going to use my Power Potion here as well. There's Defrag. And alright, I want to get my garbage out of the hand first. So my garbage is basically Lightning Rod. Zap. And I guess I can do one more. But if I'm unlucky and it hits... Yeah, if I'm unlucky, it's kind of bad. So there we go, we hit Eternal Armor. Okay, do I throw it now? I think it makes it way more likely we're gonna hit something we actually care about if I do this. Now, fortunately, we hit a strike here, so no fun allowed in this game. And we're also taking damage, which isn't great. But at least this retains, so we still have chances to actually hit it. And we can bring the coolant back here. Wait, how do I do this actually? Beam cell. Hologram back the coolant. Hologram back the beam cell now. And now coolant is guaranteed to hit something we care about. Yeah, good enough. Also barrage. And there we go. So we did have to use our potion and we still took a little bit of damage, but it's fine. We're just gonna throw all our cards now. We have a million damage, so it doesn't really matter. None of these cards do anything for us, so we're just gonna skip. And do we dig for relic here? Let's see what upgrades we have available first. I mean, we already duplicated our deck, so upgrades aren't that impactful anymore. So yeah, just dig for relic. We upgrade 2. Okay, that does... At the start of each combat, we upgrade 2 random cards. Doesn't really do much for us. Potion belt is interesting. Maybe we can accumulate some more potions. Do we even care about going to a shop? I suppose we can heal at the shop, so yes, we still care about it. I mean... Yeah. Still going there, I suppose. White noise, yeah. White noise is interesting. Thunder just instantly kills this one, which is amazing. We can also kill the higher HP one, but nah, I really care about this one instead. Kill it. Get barrage. Let's see what white noise gives us. Bulk up. Sure, let's bulk up. And beam cell, charge battery, barrage and dual cast. And oh wow, it hits. That was lucky. That was 1 in 9 to actually hit that one. We fully avoid damage. Sure, play stratagem, we might as well. We're never going to shuffle our draw pile. So that's never happening, but hey, it's fun, right? So I can actually bring back the Sunder and transfigure it. Is that good? I don't think it is. We can just bring back the Sunder by itself. We don't need to replay it. So then I can replay the hologram. And I can bring back some blocking. Okay, so we're gonna replay the hologram here. Bring back Thunder and charge battery. Thunder just kills this. And we can just bring it back again. Wait. We just kill here? Yeah, that's it. That's lethal. Okay. Add a card, FTL, Beam Cell. Nothing really matters. We have so many cards that even if we add something that's important, we're probably never going to draw it. Taking an elite fight here can just outright kill us, but we have the Beetlejuice for this guy at least, so it should be fine. And what do we get here? Synthesis is interesting because it allows us to cast something for free. Yeah, I mean, we can just cast the Rolling Boulder now. Plays the Beetlejuice. I might as well. Yeah. Put the Rolling Boulder into play. Double Dark Shackles draw. What an interesting draw. And we're just gonna have to defend here. I'm just gonna use the Beetlejuice anyway. And Rolling Boulder is going to end this fight in a million turns approximately. And there's Bad Luck. Wow. Just taking damage for no reason. Why did they add this curse to this event, which already is basically a curse? I cannot understand. But hey, I don't make the choices here. Thunder is hit, which is good. So fortunately, Bad Luck just eats our HP. Drawing Panic Button here is quite good, I think. Kind of forced to use it, otherwise we take the damage here. And here we're gonna take the damage anyway. At least we can weaken it. So that's a little bit better, but Transfigure is gonna do nothing. Fully block, and we should be able to kill next turn, hopefully. Unless we... Yeah, I mean, the boulders are going to kill everything. So that's just spamming all the powers here. Synthesis, do we even take this at this point? No, I suppose Leap for some extra blocking potential, which kind of seems we're lacking blocking here. I can give Horn Cleat for 2 relics, but I don't want to give the Horn Cleat away, so I'm just giving the potion away. And I get Bronze Scales, which doesn't really do much for us. And the shop, we can't buy things here because we're poor at this point. We can thin out our deck, but this really doesn't matter. We have 74 cards in our deck. And maybe one more hologram just for the road. One more Dark Shackles. And we can be on 0 gold, so we started with 1,000,000 gold and now we're on 0. I think that's poetic. And I accidentally clicked. I didn't mean to click that. Anyway, I didn't even see what the options were, but I kind of forgot we had to choose at the beginning of combat, so I just clicked something random. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna struggle on the boss fight a lot here. But yeah, let's see what we can do at this point. Do we even play Consuming Shadow? Yeah, I suppose we can. Gets our hologram, which can bring back FTL for some extra damage. We're never gonna shuffle our deck anyway, so no point shuffling back the hologram. What we really need is a way of actually drawing cards, which we do not have. Our deck just sucks. Okay, I put Stratagem into play, and then what? Suppose channel more darkness. Then I do not put Stratagem, I just get back my darkness here. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be a reliable way of actually dealing with this combat. Except Consuming Shadows is actually eating our orbs, so that's not good. Also draw Bad Luck for some godforsaken reason. Okay, we're just gonna boost, replay the Signal Boost here. And then play the Loop twice, while we take 13 damage to our Bad Luck again. Why is Bad Luck in the top third of our deck in every combat now? And why are we just dead here? Oh my god, we can actually play Panic Button, that's so good. We also have Capacitor here, which could actually hit the Rolling Boulder, but if I play it first and it doesn't hit the Rolling Boulder, that's bad. But I can get my stuff out of the hand. So hologram can draw FTL. Play barrage. Take a capacitor, and it's gonna hit the rolling boulder here. And panic button is going to help us block. And thankfully this turn it does not attack. We also have Eternal Armor, which I think is gonna play twice at this point. I'm not sure I have the replay anymore. No, I don't. I played something else twice, but I don't know what. Yeah, I just played the Eternal Armor here. Consuming Shadow is so bad for us because we just don't have ways of generating orbs reliably. So then we're just never going to have any orbs. There's another Eternal Armor at least. Hologram. What are you going to bring back? Something that generates orbs. Lightning Rod, I suppose. Yeah. Play the Eternal Armor as well. But once we do get to our powers and we set up, we're obviously very strong. But the problem is just making it to that point, which isn't that straightforward. Yeah. Take one more here, but we're finally done. Thanks to the boulder, which gets the kill. And alright, one more power for the road? No, I don't think so. Although, well, no, these guys don't really add statuses to the deck, do they? We don't really have any status generation. I'm just gonna skip it. And here we're kind of forced to rest. We don't really have enough HP to take 2 boss fights, and I don't think we're gonna win anyway with this deck, but it is fun, that's for sure. Oh boy. I can retain something here. None of these are amazing. Suppose the Shadow Shield can't hurt too much, although weakness is probably going to be better. Yeah, just take the weakness here. I cannot apply it yet, and this hand is just so bad. What the hell is this? There's literally nothing. Well, I guess we end turn and just hope for the best. Throw the beam cell for good measure. And there we go, it begins. At least we draw our Eternal Armor, and we actually have a way of generating enough energy to play it. And yeah, we're actually blocking because of Horncleat. Thanks, Horncleat. Suppose we had enough without it. We're still blocking for 11 here. We cannot draw additional cards, but we did draw some good blocking this turn. So we're fine. Okay, maybe we're not in a terrible situation, actually. I just have to make sure I do not play Consuming Shadow. I think playing Consuming Shadow here is a terrible mistake. Okay, I can double a power here, which is probably going to be coolant. Just have even more passive block. Play loop as well. But the rest of the stuff here doesn't do anything. So yeah, just don't play Consuming Shadow, because then we can stack our orbs and we should be fine. Also, I cannot really play Panic Button yet. I don't even need to, because I have enough block. Taking a 40 here. Grave Warden does help a lot. Also, Shackle is very good to draw here. And okay, we're actually blocking pretty well. Remember, I have Signal Boost, so do I want more Orb slots? I don't really care about more Orb slots at this point. But what else am I going to do? It's not like I can draw more cards, so I'm just gonna do this. And now I hope I can draw my Lightning Rods. And also I'm gonna draw Bad Luck soon. So that's gonna be bad. And my ordering is also terrible because I should have applied Vulnerable first, but it's fine. There's the Rolling Boulder finally. Okay, Hologram can bring stuff back. What do we care about? Something that generates orbs. We don't have anything that generates orbs in that discard pile yet. So that's amazing. Yeah, because we exhausted everything, right? That's the reason why. And oh, wait, where's the bad luck is still here. We're gonna draw it eventually, and there's no way to get it out of our hands. And oh yeah, I cannot draw this turn. But I can put a card in hand. But I don't really want to because I want to play Lightning Rod. So then Rolling Boulder, please hit the hologram. Thank you. And now I can get back my Lightning Rod. Play it again. There we go. So we are going to generate 1,000,000 orbs now. Which is good. Transfigure can apply to something, but we don't have the energy to actually play it. So that's bad. That's kind of bad, honestly. Kind of wanted to play my Boulder here. I mean, at least we get Barrage, but yeah, it's not too good. Stratagem is kind of good to have in play, though. For when the pile is eventually going to shuffle. Okay, might as well play this. And there we go, we actually hit the Rolling Boulder, so we're a bit lucky there. And we still haven't drawn bad luck, but this turn is a bit of a bad luck because we're taking a lot of damage and we're forced to use our panic button here. Yeah, we're kind of forced. Else we take 1,000,000 damage, so just play it. And we're kind of dead next turn. That's also pretty bad. Yeah, we cannot draw anything this turn. Are we just dead? Yes, we are. Huh, that's unfortunate. Well, at least we tried and we did our best. Where the hell was my dual cast? I didn't get my dual cast up until we had 2 dual casts in the deck. They were both at the bottom of the deck. I mean, apparently power spam doesn't really work that well, and maybe there was ways to play that a little bit better, but yeah, our deck was just lacking any card draw, so whatever we got out of our 80 pile is what we could play. But yeah, that was a fun run, and I'll see you in the next one.